Hey guys, welcome back. I thought we'd look over a few things and then go ahead with the Tower of Pwnage. One of the things I wanted to point out, I've been saving up a lot of gold lately and doing a lot of gold rolls, as you were able to see from the last video if you were able to sit through some of it. It took a long time to do all those rolls. I ended up rolling probably at least as many offline, at least while I'm not recording, but I was able to get Bovus El Doro up to that 4-star mark. And that's what I was really looking forward to, continuing to increase his strength. He has so many good things going for him. The one thing that's not all that high particularly is his health. So getting him up to those higher levels helps keep him alive during those battles. I am still using the same team I reported on a while back for defense. Take a look at him here real quick. So I've got Yokozuna, IGOROK, we've got Bovus El Doro and Tsumi. That's not the order, though. Let's look at our defenders. Oh, never mind, that is the order. Alright, so that's the order. But those are the ones I'm using, and so far it's been doing really well. I'd say the only downside is that I still need to get those star levels up. It's particularly hard to get most of this group up. Tsumi's the only one that you've got a pretty good shot at. But let's take a look at I guess first we can take a look at the leaderboard for this current one. We've got a whole bunch of these wreaths that are a part of the reward this time. So no hero tokens, but a bunch of wreaths. And it looks like we don't have too many people working too hard for it. It looked like I was going to be able to get up fairly high. If I could come away in the top 25 even, that would be great to pull down 2,000 of those wreaths, and then even up to the top 10 would be great as well. So it doesn't look like it's too hard, or too far out of reach. Let's take a look at the battle log. This has been going really well also. I'm not going to watch any of them right now. I feel like just one of the things in general, I've gotten even better, I think, at doing these battles from all the practice you get going through the Tower of Pwnage. So I haven't lost one in quite a while. All these have been good and solid amount of trophies that I'm getting for each one of them. Let's take a look. I guess we can just scan in quickly at a couple of these just to look at the team composition. Alright, so some of these, they've only got one fast player. If they've got one fast player and it's going to be Willow, then a lot of times if I want to take out their first normal character, I'll put Willow in, but then I'll also put in Torchy, because I know that their Willow can't do a critical attack on Torchy. So you can't do a critical attack. We talked about this in a previous video, but not everyone gets to hit every video, so we'll mention it again. You can't do a critical attack against someone that you have a weakness against, an elemental weakness against, which means light can't crit dark, dark can't crit light, and then all the way around the three, nature over water, water over fire, fire over nature. You can't crit against someone that you've got a weakness against. So if you do this, there's no way that their fast character can take out one of your two fast characters, which means you're guaranteed to take out their first normal character, which is usually all I need. If you take out that first one, usually you can use either IGOROK to freeze the rest of the party, or Bovus El Doro to push their energy back a turn, and then you've got a really good shot at taking out the whole team. And so that's been a kind of a common strategy, and I just wanted to point that out as well. Now that it was relatively recent that I kind of reported on learning about that aspect, just want to make sure it's kind of a lesser known idea, but it certainly has helped me out. And then here they had an all normal group, so it was very easy to just take out their first, and it was Bovus El Doro, so taking him out was really easy, especially with a 6-star Willow. And then just because it could cause us a lot of troubles if he did live, I brought in a second fast character, and then here, after that point, you can freeze them all with IGOROK, do a whole bunch of damage with Soul Shred, even if you haven't taken any damage with Tsumi, and finish off anyone who's left over. Let's see the next group. So a similar group here again. Now we had to take out Tsumi first, which is great for me. I love if I can take out Tsumi right away, so there's no risk. The biggest risk that I'd run into if Tsumi is later in the party is I take out those early characters so I can try to freeze or do something else, and then I'm down to regular attacks to try to take out their Tsumi. And if they've got Willow in their party as well, and he's got some boosted health, it can be hard to take him all the way down in a turn, which means you could be left suffering from a team-wide soul shred with a low health Tatsumi, which can be devastation. So it's great if he's up front and you can take him out early on. In general, I would say don't ever put pure damage dealers, especially AoE damage dealers, as your first 1 or 2 defenders. Here, this is just a great setup. I wouldn't even need to use IGOROK necessarily, because I know that my Tatsumi is going to get hit by both their Tatsumi and then also their Rogar, and that's going to lower his health down so that he's going to at least get to hit with a 1.5 times multiplier. And so you could do a lot of damage that way. And there's no status effects, so there's no worry that you're going to be taken out by a daze or something where you're not going to be able to finish somebody off. So don't ever lead with those kind of characters. At least it's a little better because they've got a fast character. It's possible that Willow would have hit Tatsumi first, and then those 2 AoE attacks could have taken him out. But it's still, that's a really low chance. You don't want to count on something like that. So just try to stay away from that. Let's look at the next one real quick. Alright, so we had a couple fast. I don't know what they were trying to do with this team. It just looked like an easier team to take in general, so we didn't have too much trouble there. I tried to just make a beefier team that we could kind of tank through all that damage and then have NubNub there to heal after we got through that first round, and that seemed to work pretty well. As always, if I can take a level or 2 to my advantage. Here we've got a 3 level on all except Bovus El Doro. We've got a 5 level on him, and we're still going to get 20 trophies out of it. So that's a great, very low risk of a defeat, of a loss for us, and a lot of trophies we can get out of it. That's always good for me. All normal speed, that's great. Take out the first one, freeze the rest of the party. Easy tactic. All right, that's it for here. So there are a couple benefits doing all of those great summons. One of them was I was really working hard to get Bovus El Doro up to 4-star, but even beyond that, with the Tower of Pwnage, it is very helpful to have many characters up to higher star levels, and that's another benefit of doing a lot of those great summons rolls. I'm accidentally getting into some of these here again. We'll just kind of scan down a lot of these characters that I didn't used to use as much, like Sir William. Just recently he was at 2-star, now he's all the way up to 4-star. A lot of characters at the 4-star level at this point. A few, I'd say some at the 5-star, and then I think I've got 2 now at the 6-star. I now have Willow and Chief NubNub both up to 6-star, and a couple characters very close to the 6-star level. So a lot of these getting further up there and really able to be used more effectively, either as a tank, just to drain a lot of damage and skills for the Tower of Pwnage, or to actually do some damage there. Alright, that's most of what I'm going to talk about there. Let's get to the Tower of Pwnage.